Hey party superstars, welcome back. I have a couple of things I want to talk with you about home parties. I know you guys are really anxious to get out there and book them, and I've given you some ideas to try to book them. Now we want to go over, what do you do at a home party? Um, of course, you can do them any way that you want. I'm just going to tell you kind of how I do mine. I don't have anything scripted, so this is just kind of on a whim here. I did write some ideas down, though, to share with you. Um, okay, so the first thing I do is I always get there an hour early because I want to be set up. I know that there's going to be people coming in at least 15 minutes early. Some people like to be early, so I want to be there and I want to be set up because I want to be able to greet those people. I want to be able to get to know them, and I want to be able to pick out my prospects of who I want to recruit for a hostess and who I want to recruit for a team member. And the only way I'm going to know who to kind of go towards is to get to know them. So I always greet them at the door, sometimes even with a drink, like some soda or wine or whatever you have. I greet them at the door, tell them my name, welcome them, and then go from there. And then I'm always interacting with them while I'm setting up, or whatever the case may be. The first thing I always start out with is one of my favorite things of the whole party. I start out with let's back up. I always have at least a plug-in and a bar, maybe a buddy, maybe some whatever I have. Honestly, from home, I will bring. I'll have my table nicely done. I separate all my testers into little category baskets or bucket, whatever you can find. That way, it's easy to pass around. And I have all that set up and ready to go and pretty, and I make it simple. I don't bring tons of stuff because I don't want somebody to come to the party and be like, oh, this is hard. I could never do this. I want somebody to come to that party and be like, wow, she makes like good money for this 2 hours, and look at what she has to do. It's not hard at all. That's the frame of mind you want to get them in. So after you're done greeting everyone and you're done all that, then you do, or what I like to do, is I start out by telling a little bit about myself, and then I go into telling them what is important to me. And one of the number one things that's important to me is our team, my team. You guys mean the most to me. So I always talk about how special you are to me, and how important it is for us to help other women and interact with other women in a positive way instead of a negative way and a catty way. And I always go around the room and I say, okay, I need everybody to introduce yourselves. Tell me how you know the hostess, and I want you to tell me one way that you've helped another woman either succeed in her goal, or one way that you've reached your own goal. And if they want to give me one of each, that's fine. And I go around the room, and everybody's really into this because they're like, oh, wow, I did help somebody last week, and they'll share their story. And it really gets them in the frame of mind that I want them to be in, is helping others. And it's just a really cool thing to do. So I always involve my audience. That's the first thing I do. Then I have an icebreaker game, and it's called the phone game. And all I do is I say, okay, guys, I want you to take your cell phones out, and I want you to put my number in, my cell phone number, and my name is Andie, so I want you to put Scentsy Andie. And I do this because when I want them, in case they forget my name, they're going to know Scentsy, and they're going to put that in their phone if they need to get a hold of me. I say, save my number, and then tell me when everybody's done. And I wait, and then when everybody's done, I say, okay, guys, the first person to call me and I answer, you get the prize. And, it's just a fun way to get my number in their phone so they know who to call after, if they want to book a party or anything like that. The next two games I play are always different. I'm always looking for ways. You want to play one game that allows you to figure out your prospects for new team members. So you always want to play one game that kind of leads them in the direction to possibly joining your team. And then another game you want to play that will help you book your 3 parties at that party. And we have examples on our team page, and you can Google stuff. I mean, there's many ways to do that. Some people like the dice game. It really depends on your preference, but you definitely want to get those 3 bookings from your home party, because that's what's going to help you keep going and going and going. So it's really important to figure out honestly, a lot of ways that I get bookings is just by saying, listen, guys, I really need your help. I need 3 parties booked next month. I need to book 3 parties today, one of them being a home party at least. And I really need your help. Is anybody willing to help me? Because if you do, I'm going to give you a free plugin. That free plugin is, they'll get that at their party that they book with me when the orders come in. And I use my extra half off to purchase that. So it's a $10 cost for me, and it's something really cool that they're really excited about. Of course, when I started, I didn't do this. I did maybe a 3-pack, so it would be $7 for me, or you can do a bar. I mean, you don't have to do anything extravagant, but they like that extra gift. And I always present the hostess reward, the hostess gift that I'm giving for that day. I make it a huge deal when I present it to that hostess that day. That way, people are like, oh, I want to get an extra gift, So that's that. At the end of the party, I always sit down with each person. I go through their order with them. I give them a receipt. And at that point, I'm, trying to tack on any additions, maybe some extra balls, maybe instead of a 3-pack, a 6-pack, or, I always try to make the best of it without being pushy. And that is also a time that I get to know people, and I will talk with the people then that I was prospecting all along and say, listen, have you ever considered, have you ever thought about, if I know that they work full time, have you ever thought about, maybe it would be possible to quit your job and start doing what I do and make enough money to survive on? Or I will say, and I wrote down some things that I usually say, what difference would an extra $100 or $300 make to you? Would you be interested in doing what I do? And I go from there, If I don't have any bites, I ask for referrals. Okay, well, you know what? If you're not interested, that's okay. But if you refer somebody right now, I'll give you a free gift, and I'll give them a deluxe sample or something, just for referring that person to me. So this is the biggest thing with home parties right here. I'm about to, light bulb moment. Service your customers. I usually do within a week to 2 weeks after I know that they've received their stuff. I will call to follow up. Do you have any questions? Do you need, anything else? At that point, I can, this call leads to more sales. It leads to good customer service. They will be coming back later. It has led to me getting recruits, and it has led to me booking parties. So the calls are so important. They can make or break your business. You have to make sure. I still get sweaty palms when I call people. I've been doing this for almost 2 years, and I still get calls. Or I'm sorry, I still get sweaty palms from for calling people, and I get nervous. I don't know why. I do that at events, and I do that at home parties too. It's just something that I have to push through. You want to step outside the box, and you want to keep going and doing it, no matter if you get sweaty palms and a nauseous stomach or not, because I can tell you, pushing through that zone of being scared and stepping outside the box is going to get you that bigger paycheck. So it's going to push you to director, superstar director, whatever your goal is. So there's some, just real quick, I wanted to keep this about 10 minutes. So there's some real quick examples of what I do at a home party. The main thing is be enthusiastic, happy. Don't be in your shell. Burst out. Tell people how amazing these products are and why they should all have one in each room of their house. Tell them how amazing it is to be a member of our team, and how awesome our team is, and how successful everyone is, and tell them how awesome it is to be a hostess and why they should do it, because they get all kinds of free and half-price items. Share your enthusiasm, and you're going to get results. If you have one bad home party, review why it was bad. Was it because of your hostess coaching? Maybe you need to, spruce up on your hostess coaching. which I will go over a hostess coaching video. That's my next thing to work on. But if you feel like, there's always reasons why you had a bad home party. It's never usually because of the weather or, some other excuse. It's usually something that you have not, done, and it's okay. That's how we all learn. And that's why I'm here to help you. That's why the whole team's here to help you. Just make sure that you keep going, because you could have your first 2 home parties be kind of duds, and then from then on, they could be fantastic. You never know. So get out there, book those parties, get those recruits, guys, and just be enthusiastic, be positive, don't be pushing, and you're going to succeed. I promise you. Just keep going. Go, party superstars. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.